Hey YouTube fragrance family, welcome to day 18 of Atelier month. Sampling samples today is one of the fragrances that has a little bit of a following in our YouTube fragrance community from the House of Atelier. It is a Rose Anonyme, released in 2012. Nose behind this one is, of course, a good old faithful Jérôme Épinette. Big notes in this particular fragrance: rose, oud, patchouli, and let's take a look at what I get from this fragrance. So Rose Anonyme, when I wore it, this fragrance really gave me tons of rose, actually a pretty decent rose, and some oud, a little pinch of oud here, and some patchouli. So what I thought from this fragrance, I thought there was going to be a big wallop of rose. I was right. It was prominent. It was prominent right off the bat and continued to be prominent throughout the fragrance. The rose was actually very solid in this fragrance. One of the better roses that I've smelt in the game. However, for me, it wouldn't really scratch my top 5 as far as top 5 rose-based scents of all time, but still very good. So I don't want to call it a great rose-based scent, but a very solid one. And the rose really did push quite a bit in this one, so very well done. The rose was met with some uplifting notes here that were very much in the background. So we got some bergamot and some ginger to really balance things out, but also you are met with a very faint oud wood. Very interesting. I really probably wouldn't call this a oud rose combo. The oud is probably one of the weakest that I've smelt in a oud rose combo, so it would very much be hard to call it a oud rose. Things like fragrances like namely Black Oud from Montal, this is a far cry from something like that, we'll say. There is some patchouli here and very much a lot of vanillic benzoin. I was getting quite a bit of sweetness in this fragrance, and they shine through more into the dry down. The benzoin did peek through a little bit in the introduction, but it was really much throughout the scent. Really interesting scent. Again, the rose, well done. Oud, not so much. The blend was on point here, I gotta say that, and it was very solid as an Atelier scent. Really a lot of Atelier scents, they got their ups and downs, and especially in the dry down is where a lot of them go down a little bit, because the introductions are great and then the dry down are so it just falls off a cliff. This is one of those fragrances that stayed solid throughout. So the blend good. It was very good from minute 1 right till the end of the wearing, and a lot of ateliers can't do that, so it's got to have props for that. The one thing that I noticed with a lot of fragrance reviews on this particular fragrance was that a lot of people were saying that this was a woman's fragrance. I kind of disagree. I say that it's actually quite a unisex as a scent. Staying power, this is one of the things that I really enjoyed with Rose Anonyme, is this one lasted on my skin 6 to 9 hours, give or take, with above average projection. It projected, it lasted on my skin, and that's all you can ask for. So one of the stronger Atelier scents. A good thing about this fragrance was the rose note, very solid. It was enveloped by several great secondary notes. The blend was really much on point, so it was very much interesting from the start right till the finish. So there was no, I would say nothing that I could say that was really bad. The bad things, the only thing I could say is that because the rose game is so peppered, this one may just basically get forgotten in the whole rose game. As a rose oud, this does not even come close to some of the best in the game as far as rose or oud. So it's one of those fragrances that is so solid, but the genre that it's in is so hard to peek through as being great. You almost have to be extraordinary to even have a mention. So this one was really a solid scent from Atelier Cologne. Final take, bottle worthy, another sample or a pass. This is one of those that I wasn't actually sold on the sample. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. It was one of those that I'm just going to get another sample. It's not bad enough or good enough to really be on either or. So it's another sample, point blank. I got to get some more and see where I go from there, because a lot of people love this scent, and I could see perhaps a bottle in the future, depending on how it goes. And that goes to final score, 1 being trash and 5 being great. Rose Anonyme gets the 3-bottle treatment. It really is one of those that's, I would say, a high 3 here, almost closer to a 4. It's one of those that really was just solid all the way through. The oud was kind of disappointing, but that's what I was kind of expecting from the brand anyway, so it wasn't something that really, I was kind of hoping that the oud was kind of mute, because if you're going against all these rose oud based fragrances, good luck. So anyway, 3 bottles, and for all of you out there, if you have smelt this fragrance, I love hearing your take. Did you agree, disagree with what I felt about Rose Anonyme? Felt it was a very solid scent from the house of Atelier. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.